we'll be talking about Treegens. Yeah, Treegens is a Web3 project that I found them out in Vala. They're in Vala, and so we just want to share, like, one or few tips. And this is supposed to be a live stream, but due to the fact that Vala doesn't have a live stream yet, so we did a recording which we divide into, clips, various pieces of clips where we'll post in Vala app. So, three genes. One thing that fascinates me about the project is that I like what they are doing. They are like saving the earth. They are like a reforestation. They are doing reforestation. So they help you. They function in the sense that with tree genes, basically what it's all about is that you earn from planting trees. Right here, am I correct?
Absolutely, man. They're focused on mangroves right now. Looks like.
Yeah, mangrove majorly. So my name is Wakawa, and with me is TIO. So TIO, can you just give us a brief introduction about yourself?
Absolutely, I'm Tio. I've been in crypto since late 2020. Uh, Started off on Ethereum and a bunch of EVM layers, and now I'm a Sol Maxi and cross chain explorer.
Wow, since 2020. Wow, that is a whole lot of 5 years experience. That is a lot.
Absolutely, it's been a wild ride.
Yeah, yeah, it's been full of ups and downs, right? Or
You know it.
or has the journey? You can't tell me that the journey has been smooth, or has it been smooth? There's always a time of ups and downs.
Ups and downs make it exciting, right? If it was steady, it'd be boring.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. So diving into three genes now. Theo, three genes they you plant and you earn. So we are going to divide this, what we'll be talking about three genes, we'll divide it into five aspects, which is the proof of plant, the tree economy, that is the economics of three genes, and the gamifying experience. I wrote some things down, and the AI agent aspect, and also DAO, the DAO as a living ecosystem. So this is a discussion between you and ITO. So proof of plant, trees, they are just basically about planting trees. When this tree you plant these trees, they verify it. They have various systems. They have their verification method is through AI. They use AI. They use video to make their verification. They also use DAO. So and one unique thing about them is that unlike the normal centralized uh tree planting campaign that we normally see, Tree Genes came with a unique way in the sense that they reward you and they provide a proof of a tree really planted. Other campaigns or other companies that are out there planting trees and focusing on reforestation, they are just there. They will just like maybe make one or two videos for you and tell maybe those people that donated or those companies that are backing them up, and they'll just tell you that we have planted so and so number of trees in so and so number of places. And the whole system is kind of like, it's not like transparent because you don't really know whether the trees are really planted there. Because at the end of the day, they will just come up with one particular video, and keep on reposting it and told you that we have. But Treegens is different in the sense that it's a step, it's a process. The growth is continuous. Like you don't just get rewarded for planting trees. They follow up the planting process for I think 3 years, right?
Yeah, it's 3 years, so it seems like every 6 months you post another
Yeah, yeah.
video, and then they've got
Every every
their
6 months.
council
Yeah,
will look at it and verify everything. They're going to look at
yeah, yeah.
the
So for
location and
yeah,
all
yeah,
that stuff of the video.
yeah, yeah. So for 3 years, you every 6 months you do a video checker for them. And in the space of that, they divided it into 6 months each. So every 6 months, the whole process you video it, and you send to them, and they have a team
Mm,
of
your
validators
babies are
who
growing
will
well.
review it, and also their AI. They have AI. Tools that they normally use to review it, and that is what they will now use to reward you for planting trees.
For sure. And I guess every time you do a check in and it's validated, you get a sixth of a token,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
sixth of their
So
mangrove token.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think 90% of trees planted by an individual. I think you as the planter, you take 90%, and those who validated, they are humans. They are human
Hmm.
beings can volunteer to validate trees, and 5%. I think 5% goes to them, then 95% to you.
Yeah, I think it's 95 for the planters, yeah, and 5 for the validators in the DAO.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's correct. So for the proof of plant, Theo, is there anything you want to add?
No, I can see some other DeFi goods that could be matched pretty well with this economy. So I'm curious to
Yeah.
reach out to them and see if there's some cohesion there, maybe.
Yeah, it's for their tokenomics, they call it the trichonomy, like how they want it to work, the Web3 aspect. They have two tokens, the TGN token and the MGRO token. So the TGN token, that is their utility and governance token. Um, and how that the TGN token, you just use it for for staking, for community voting and the rest. But the real gem there is the MGR token. Am I Yeah, MGRO token. So that
Yeah,
MGRO token is the token that you get actually rewarded in for planting, right? Still.
that's my understanding. It was a little confusing between the TGN and the mangrove one, so I'm glad you were able to
Yeah,
clarify that because I wasn't
yeah.
super certain. I know they had talked about kind of how the NFT that follows the life of the trees you planted becomes an
Yeah,
AI
yeah,
agent and how TGN might fit in there as well, but I
yeah.
wasn't super confident reading through it.
Mm, it gave me, it led to a bit of a confusion when I was, when I was researching about it. But at the end of the day, I sat down and distinguished it. The TGN token is the one the community use for staking, for voting, and the rest for community events. But MGR is specifically you earn it by a validated trip that you planted. And
Hmm.
this MGN is like it's if you plant a tree, for example, you now have the option of burn before you can use that MGRO token. It gets burned. Like
Hmm.
after using it, it burns. So forever, if you use a particular amount of your MGR token, is already gone. But that doesn't mean, and still yet in their utility system, at the end of the day, you are still earning, you are earning some sort of their NFT, because their NFT is a continuous process. It keeps improving. The more MGRO token you burn, you get a NFT, sorry. So that NFT now will keeps on glowing according to your performance, your individual performance to the environment. The more trees you plant, you get more MGR token, and the more your NFT shines the brighter. So it's like a
Hmm.
leaderboard, or a leader, like a way of distinguishing those people who are actually doing the environmental solution of tree planting. So you
It's
get that.
definitely a neat idea for sure. Like I guess a question that came out of this for me is we have tokens, we have the NFTs that grow with our efforts, but
Yeah.
what provides value to the tokens?
What really provides value to the token is the tree planting itself. Is the tree planting. Their major aim now is like one of their major aims is to make the whole tree planting experience to be some sort of like a competition, like
Hmm.
whereby community will be so excited to do tree planting exercise and the rest. Like when I went through their page, I think one of their
Hmm.
co-founder, his name should be Jimmy or something. He won.
Yeah.
He has a Guinness World Record of planting the most trees in 24 hours.
30,469 mangrove trees in 24 hours. Yeah.
And is that a Guinness record or is
It's an
that
official Guinness World Record now.
so?
When I read through, he said that that what he did it as a form of like a prerequisite for people to like try and beat that challenge. So if
Yeah.
he planted maybe 5,000 trees, mangrove trees in 24
Hmm.
hours, he's expecting the community to try and beat that 5,000. So it becomes a whole experience, gaming experience. So as people are, trying to plant, they are burning their mangrove token. So MGRO, automatically, the more people burn MGRO, the way the value of the token will increase. So that is what it's about.
And I mean, like, value definitely is there to make the world a better place. Especially, I got kids, so it's nice to know that we're gonna plant, we're gonna reduce the carbon footprint, we're gonna, make areas of the world healthier. So there's value in that for sure. And on the note of Jimmy, I found out about Treegens before the Vala partnership because Jimmy had actually sent me a message on X and he told me he planted a tree for me, and he sent me a video. So
Yeah.
I had no idea about the project. I just happened to be following him, and I was one of the trees he planted during his 24-hour planting.
This mangrove propagule is dedicated to you. Let's grow.
So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
He dedicated one to
I
me.
could, yeah, I could remember you told me that you had the brain behind the partnership with Vala. Kudos to you. So I think even they are talking about Vala, which is a social media. These three gyms, they are also a social file
Hmm.
indirectly. With what I read from their white paper, they are a social file. So guess that was why they pick interest in Vala. So there is social file in the sense that this NFT that you get from planting trees, the NFT comes with like an AI agent, and this AI agent will help in posting on X, posting on any social media. They will post content of you actually. That is those videos you submitted to them. They'll have a way using their AI mechanism. They'll have a way of converting it into content and posting it in on your social media pages after you give them access, of course. So by the time they keep posting it, you see you also earn MGRO tokens from that. So that is another way of earning MGRO token. So that was the main. I think to me, I think that is the reason why they were interested in Vala. So they want Valiants to to embrace them, to start planting trees, make videos. Their AI agents will convert their videos which they submitted as a proof of validation of planting trees. They'll convert it to a video to them. So that is what another thing I learned about them.
I'm definitely curious to see their first posts that the agents start making on the connected X accounts. I think
Yeah,
it'd be neat to see if the permissions were granted for
yeah,
the accounts to boost each other and interact with the other agents so that you get that automatic audience that's, you know what I mean, boosted by all of the agents in use.
yeah.
I'm curious to see if they do something like that.
Yeah, those will be now it will be left for the team, to work that out with X because I think you need to there will be some policies that X will give to the team before they will allow them to start having granting permission to their platform to for their AI agent to post stuff into their platform. I think with there will definitely be some disadvantages for Treegens. One of the disadvantages I'm thinking that keeps pondering in my mind is that there may be there is a wide world out here. There will be people who want to cheat. So I don't know is if do you think there's any way these Treegens they will come up with a form of anti-cheat system? I'm just curious, like if you think anything.
The only way I could see really cheating is if you're going to claim basically someone else's efforts as your own. because
Yeah.
unless like from my understanding, the mangrove trees aren't really in populated areas. Maybe they are,
Yeah.
but from the videos I've seen, they're kind of in not very populated places. So to go back every 6 months and take a video seems to be a bit of a challenging thing, at least from my perspective in North America, where we don't really have too many of those, at least where I am in Canada.
Yeah.
Um, so for me, it seems like it's an effort intensive way to go improve. So I think there might be a challenge there where you might
Yeah.
actually get less people validating every 6 months than you
Yeah.
get, I mean, less people validating, and due to that, maybe the efforts at cheating aren't going to be as strong.
Yeah.
But maybe
Yeah.
that's just my perspective.
There may be some situation where people will use like, a single video. They'll keep on sending one particular video over and over. Sure. I know that anyways it's left for the team. I'm sure they will find
Yeah.
one or two ways to solve that. Their AI agents will be able to solve that. So
Mhm.
finally what I'll round up with is the DAO ecosystem. And this DAO ecosystem, uh, what I wrote is that it helps in giving transparency and fairness. And also, there will be some DAO treasury where from the treasury, they will be able to like give out loans, non-profit, non-profit loans to people to plant trees and the rest. So I don't know how that will really, really work for them because tree
Mhm.
planting is not something that is, everybody want to do. Yes, there are people who are out there to sponsor it, to donate, and the rest. So, will they really have the capital, like in terms of money, to really be sponsoring all this tree planting experience? Because I'm kind of like, a bit confused about that aspect. So do you think people will be ready to really put in their money like donation for these Treegens?
I don't know. That's one of the questions I've had for myself is who's buying the saplings or the trees, I guess, to plant them in the
Yeah.
first place. Sorry, I'm on mobile here. Did I lose you?
No, no, no. I'm still with you.
Yeah, so I'm wondering who is paying for the trees up front that are being planted, right?
Yeah.
That's a thought in my mind for sure. And then um, you're gonna claim these tokens and they have intrinsic value because you're making the world a healthier, better place, and you're making the environment stronger. Uh, but like, I guess the main value I maybe see that was in the green paper is you might be able to claim some carbon offset funding. So I don't know enough about that to really speak on it, but there seems to be some sort of mechanism where you plant trees and you can claim the carbon offset of them from maybe some different organizations. So I don't know if that would offset the cost of, the trees and maybe some of the time. I'm not sure. I'm curious to find out.
Wow. I think I'll DM the team and
Yeah,
ask them one or two more questions. And if probably they give me a very good answer, which I think I might want to share with you, we may do a part two of this
sure
stream.
thing.
Yeah. So with this, I'll just like call it a day. Thanks, Theo, for showing up
I catch you, buddy.
and have a wonderful day. Thanks.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Uh,